that most of you have seen around campus for the last week. Certainly the players have seen a lot of my face, as well as a number of other people that organize and work within the IFCPF. But I'd just like to start off by, he's going to help us give out the awards. So I'd just like to also introduce the president of the IFCPF, if you'd kindly join us, Jan-Hein Evers. Come on up. Come on up, Jan-Hein. Jan-Hein's going to help us give out the trophies. You're going to stand just over there. Thank you so much. So, obviously, we started planning this week an awful long time ago. And before we get into the awards, which we're going to do in just a few moments, a lot of people to say thank you to, a lot of things to remember. Obviously, first and foremost, thank you so much to our host, Loughborough University, who have made this place spectacular for us. And we have something for them in just a second. But again, I'm going to run through a long list of people and things we have to thank here. The English FA for their tremendous support throughout the moment we said we would come to England. From that moment on, Catherine Gilby, Andy Smith, and the team over at the English FA have done nothing but be a bedrock of support for us and helping us, bringing the goals over, helping us in so many other ways that one cannot measure. So a special thank you from the IFCPF to the English FA. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're aware it takes an awful lot to run one of these events, and what you're looking at in front of you is one of our LSU TV media people. And for those that don't know, the Loughborough Student Union TV Media Company, they're a volunteer organization. They're an incredible bunch. We've had an amazing week working with them. If you've watched any of our live stream, you'll know just how fantastic that stream is. And they all volunteer. They all came back early from their summer vacations. Some of them, it cost them money to stay in housing close by for the good of the school, for the good of the university, for the good of us, the IFCPF, to help us. And they have put together one of the most professional packages of presentation that we've ever seen at one of our events. And my heart goes out for the special work they've done this week. So Loughborough Student Union television crew, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's also so many other people to thank. Obviously, for those of you that are unaware, but our referees are headed up by arguably one of the best referees that's ever graced the fields in England. He's a former EPL referee. He's a former, just retired from the championship, now involved with the PGMOL training referees. And he's brought together a fantastic group of referees, and we have their awards to do them separately at another time. But I just think it's very important for you to know we flew referees in from Argentina, America. We had English referees, but I was also, when I spoke to Keith about who else would work with us, obviously originally coming from England, I was very confident that the local referees would be amazing, because I know the quality and the standard that the English referees are. But our international referees were great, but so were our local referees, and our referees put in a great shift. There weren't many of them, and they worked very hard. So a huge thank you to our referees this week. I don't know where they're hiding, but they did an amazing job over there. And I am hoping that Keith and Scott and Dario and Karen, our 4 international referees, join us for many more events, and I'm sure some of those young referees will also join us. So working down the long list of people to thank, this tournament was put together, like I say, over the past 6 months, and the man that drove the tournament from the very beginning, the director of football here in England, or director of football from the IFCPF, no one's worked harder than him pre-tournament, no one's worked harder than him during the tournament. He has absolutely been brilliant. He's responsible for most everything that's gone on. Thank you very much to Sam Turner. Where is Sam? Where he's still working somewhere, but he's right there. There he is. As you may also know, part of our events require us to classify people, and our classifiers also come from all over the world. We literally got classifiers, as we always do, from all over the world, and we'd like to say a special thanks. Many of them have left and gone home, but they've come as far from South America, Australia, Asia, and Europe. And again, a huge thank you to the classifiers, some of whom are sitting over there, but an incredible job this week. Well done, our classifiers. Thank you very much. only had my phone out in case I forgot anything, but I think I'm getting there. We also, thanks to a lot of you, but in large part thanks to the person that has driven our social media, has driven our comms department. She's absolutely fantastic. She's really changed the face of the IFCPF with her work last year. As many of you know, we've rebranded. As many of you know, our social media hits are well over 1 million people for this event so far. They were massive at our World Cup when she was involved with the Australian Federation, and now she's involved with us at the IFCPF. We're heading up towards the millions in terms of our social media contacts. All of that is good for our sport. All of that is great for everything we do. And that is in large part due to Kat Hicks here from Australia, our social media and marketing coordinator. So a big thanks to Kat. And as I work down the list, I ultimately will come to the people that are the most important in the IFCPF, but I would like to say a huge thank you. We have seen very large crowds here. We thank you so much for your support here. I will just say, we were asking, like I said, if you could donate, and as you came here, and so many of you have tried, so many of you contacted us, we had a few glitches, but I promise you they'll be fixed in a couple of days if you want to revisit our site. So thank you so much for coming, support the IFCPF, but a huge round of applause from our players to the fans that came out in great numbers this week. Thank you so much for supporting us. Before we get on to the players and the coaches, the heartbeat of any event, of course, is always the people that probably get noticed the least, and that's our volunteers. And coming to England, we knew we would have incredible people that would work hard for us, would do an amazing job. And there is a small band of people that were here at 7 in the morning and 11 at night for the last 11 days. And I mean 7, 6 in the morning to 11. Sam led that group. They were unbelievable. And there's a small band of them there, but there's many more that have been flying around doing stuff. So a massive and incredible thank you to our volunteer organization led by Philippa, Lauren, and Farah over here. So thank you so much, our volunteers. My only correction there, I'm sorry, is 2 of them that are standing over there are not volunteers. There are technical directors who led the games, who actually at the tables who worked terribly hard, and I would like to actually personally recognize those, and that's Philippa and Farah. I do apologize. Thank you, Philippa, and thank you, Farah. And then, like I said, there are a lot of other volunteers, as Rachel and Richard and a number of people that we've had be simply quite incredible over the course of the week. So did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. I'm getting to you in a bit, because I'm going to do that with my introduction. I'm going to do that when he's on. I'm going to do that. So there are 2 other people I just want to talk about, but I'm going to do them in a second. So I think I thanked as many people as I should. But again, the heartbeat is the volunteers, but the lifeblood is the players and the coaches, right? The lifeblood is the player and the coaches. And I think what we saw this week was arguably one of the best tournaments that's ever been put together by the IFCPF. The level of competition, the ferocity in the play, the weather helped after we got through a couple of hot days. And the players and the coaches went at it. We saw incredible game plans. We saw incredible games. So I think from the supporters to the players and the coaches, we thank you, and thank you so much for your efforts this week. So I touched on them at the beginning of my speech, but I'm going to give a couple of special awards before I introduce this man to my left, but we have a couple of special things. First of all, I took a CP team to Ireland a few years ago, and when I left the Irish shores, one of the gifts that was important for them to give to me was something made of peat bog. It was a little piece of Ireland that I could take home, and I keep that little piece of peat bog from my trip to Ireland as a memory of an incredible CP trip that I took. And what we've tried to do is replicate some of that here, and each and every one of the medals that you're going to receive is a little bit of Loughborough. How come, why come? Because it's actually been forged locally by one of the metalworking companies local, and these medals are absolutely beautiful. They're stunning medals with our new logo embossed or imprinted right through them, and they were donated by JC Metalworks, and we have a special thank you trophy for JC Metalworks, who've made each of our medal winners is going to take home a little bit of Loughborough, much like I took home a little bit of Ireland when I went. So would the members of the JC Metalworks company come up, because we have a little something to thank you here. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh, we're going to do a quick picture? Where's our photographer? Here, let's come together and do a quick picture. Oh, we got to help us out with this. Oh, there you go.
All the way around, all the way.
Savvy marketers, Katrina. You got to get these guys. I think they have to pay extra to put the flag out, don't they? Thank you, JC Metalworks. Moving on before I introduce Ollie. I brushed on it in the beginning, but when we started this event many, many months ago, we bumped into a few people at Loughborough University, and then we bumped into Ben Ahern. And from the day that we said we'd like to come, he has been nothing short of amazing. And he and his team here at Loughborough University have been simply fantastic. Iris and Alistair and Eve and so many other people whose names have just run around at everything. Nothing's been too much trouble for them, and I hope to be able to bring an event back here again in the near future. The good news is I see they have a beautiful trophy cabinet, but I really, right behind me, we have Eve, we have Ben, and we have Alistair, our 3 representatives from Loughborough University. We have a little something that we hope you'll cherish from us and put in your trophy cabinet to remember your time with CP Football, Loughborough University. Thank you so much. Aside from being a great tournament director, Sam also absolutely nailed it on the trophies, because these things light up. They are fantastic. So, Sam, amazing job with the trophies. So, not yet for the... Okay, so, he sat in that black dugout, and there's another guy. Oh, he's right here. There's 2 people that have sat behind the mic for every single game, and they... hold on a second. I got to say a few words here. So... there's 2 people that have been invisible to the rest of you, save for their voices. And we said thank you to Jude over at the women's game, because Jude Aston right here, a local boy, has done all of the women's games, so that you know. So Jude's right here. Say big thank you to Jude. And England lost a Blackburn supporter to Australia many years ago, who sits over there in Australia. And for those of you that don't know, he has a book. If you've listened to the commentaries of these games, our commentator knows every single player. There's nothing he doesn't know about him. The research he's done, the input he's had, the most incredible efforts he's put in. And I'm going to hand over the rest of the night to the voice behind the mic, the master of speeches, the master of our IFCPF. A huge thank you for an incredible effort this week for Ollie Walker-Peel.
Oh, bloody hell. I tell you what, I was a little bit worried then. Contact on my back shoulder for someone who's probably the equivalent of an FT 0.5. For a split second, I thought I was going flying then. Thank you, Jan Heinen. Thank you to Ash. And first of all, before we celebrate these guys back here, some of them at least, a word to all of you guys for turning up, for those who've watched along on the stream, particularly to people down there who've watched along on the stream. Thank you ever so much for keeping me in a job. All the kind words mean more than you'd think. So to the players and to the fans, thank you ever so much for turning up. A round of applause, please. And even still, I'm stuffing things up. I'm already getting a word from the media team to do something different. A shout out to that media team, by the way. Unbelievably led by Jake Hallworth. Again, is a student-led LSU TV team. I could name them all individually. I'd love to. I'd be here for hours. They are the most unbelievable team. Stars of the future? No, I'd say stars of the present. So thank you very much to the LSU TV media team. A word for them. Some of them are up there behind the camera, still working. So a shout out to them. And Peck, who's behind the camera closest to me. Legends, all of you. Right, let's talk about the players. Should we talk about the players?
I think I'm doing the first
You're
one.
doing the
Ollie.
first one.
I think I'm doing the first
Let's do
one.
the Respect Award.
Yes, the Respect Award. So we have an award that we think we know is given to really exemplify what it means to be a good person, a good whatever. But we actually felt that this was a team award. From the moment they arrived, they've been nothing but helpful. Literally, as soon as they got off the bus, the first thing they had to do was give away their socks to help another team. And they did that without even questioning it and without even helping, without even thinking about it. At every juncture, this is a welcome back to a program that didn't exist for a few years, but it's now fully in existence. And I think you'll all agree that they graced the field magnificently. But I would like to recognize our Respect Award to the team from Scotland. So thank you, Billy. If you'd like to come up. Sorry. Thank you, young man. Congratulations. You were amazing. Thank you so much. No, come up here. Come over here. We have something. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a camera. Thank you, son. Appreciate it so much. All right. The rest is all about you, Ollie Walker-Peel.
Sorry to those of you who are sick of my voice already. Right, congratulations to the Scottish. They deserve it. Wonderful team who are a joy to deal with. They were in Slough last year, and same again. So another hand for the Scots. And I tell you what, even as an Englishman, I'm proud to say that these guys are a delight to deal with. So to Billy and the team, it's great to see that program back up. Right, first individual awards to the best goalkeeper. And this was a hard one. I was part of some of these discussions and whatever else. We've seen some unbelievable goalkeeping performances. Those kids out there with the gloves, if you've got CP, you've got some good players to learn off, including this man, who was spectacular. Even earlier today, didn't get all the results he wanted, but from Germany, Tobias Muhlbauer.
Ollie, I think it's important for everybody to know that what we do is, this is not your decision. I know you didn't say that, but it's very important. We had a committee. There's an awful lot of people that had input to everything. Yes, congratulations. Keep the classifiers, the referees, the staff here. There's been an awful lot of people putting a lot of input into who gets what. Some of these are not decided, however, by who we think. Some of them are decided by actions. What do you got for us next, Ollie?
Right, let's move this on. I'm saying right a lot, but congratulations again to Tobias. We're on to the top goal scorers, nominally the golden boot, but it's the blue cube instead. We've actually got two of these. We've got one award, one of them from further afield, and we'll get the other to the other person who is a bit closer to home in considering Loughborough. We are going to invite both of them forward. 7 goals for both. One of them has won one of these before and has also shared one of them before. Found in my research, had 7 goals in 2018, has 7 goals again. Ireland's Dylan Sheridan is one of the recipients of the top goal scorer awards.
So we're going to take a picture with you, but we're going to send you.
Making quite a habit of it, isn't he? We're probably going to be in a bit of trouble sending all these awards to Dylan. He's got enough of them already. And he would have been standing alone if not for the final tonight. But Ukraine just had to have somebody up here, didn't they? One of the goal scorers from tonight's final win over England will join Dylan Sheridan on 7 goals. And number 10, Ivan Danenko. Just double checking. I knew what was last, but just making sure on the running order. To the most valuable player. And if I'm correct, we've got another situation where there's somebody making quite a habit of this. Again, this wasn't my decision, but this player, judged by the classifiers, myself, all involved, was one of the best, and it was nearly unanimously voted, and he had another superb tournament. He's lifted a program, and he's one of the best every time you watch him. He glides with the ball at his feet, he scores goals for fun, and he's so fun to watch. I've thought so ever since I watched him for the first time, and he's been brilliant again. From Spain, for a second time in a row, Hector Martin. Congratulations, mate. Well deserved. Well deserved. Well,
Hold on.
I tell you what, he's just dropped the bottom half of the award then. That just tells you he's not just won best goalkeeper. Because if he had, there'd be a problem.
So,
Brilliant, Hector, thank you.
For all of the award winners, we actually have the box here, which is so much easier to transport them in. So if you won one of our, we presented or you won one of our individual awards, we got to make sure that you box it up before you take it. We're just going to stop our part of the presentation for a few minutes because we got something else that is this you? I'm going to hand the mic over to Jan Hein, our president. He's got a few words to say.
Good evening, everybody. We have one special person. Everyone is special, but one special. He's playing football on this Copa Mundial for 23 years. He's started as a young kid, and I saw him growing. And now he's not an old man, he's a little bit older. 150 caps for Ireland. The one and only, Joe Markey.
Thank you, Joe. And I know that Mick has arranged for a number of things for you, but I think it's very important that one of the things that we can do by handing this shirt to you is just demonstrate that football transcends all barriers. A shirt from your neighbors and your friends across the line there. It's from the Northern Ireland team, so thank you so much. And I know there's more of these coming your way, but I think this is great representation of our family here and how wonderful everybody is. So thank you to everybody. And Joe, thank you for your time with the IFCPF. And thank you to all the teams for getting together and doing that, and especially our friends from Northern Ireland. Incredible. Do we have anybody else to thank? Are we good?
Don't believe so.
So before we get on to this, and Ollie's going to do this as well, again, I'm now going to turn to the people. There's a few other people that, again, I want to thank. And I think it's very important that we notice that. Behind the scenes in the IFCPF, we've done a lot of things over the past couple of years, or the past year or so. Myself and Sam works tirelessly behind the scenes with myself, and now we've added Kat and a lot of other people back in the scenes. But there's also a number of players here that you may not know also represent you to us, not least of which is one of the English players. But there's also a couple of people here that help you represent. And I would just personally like to say a special thanks because he's in meeting after meeting. He always shows up. He always helps. He always has a voice. And I just wanted to say personally, it's been a delight to work with him. I hope he carries on playing. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he was originally part of the player council. He's now part of our technical committee. But I'd just like to say a personal thanks to Matt Crossan for the amount of work that he does and puts in to the IFCPF that you don't necessarily see, but I see it. He's a voice of reason. He's a voice of change. He's a voice for you. And I hope that, I hope he continues to be so. On that subject, I would like to make a pitch to you as well. I miss some meetings here and there. The one meeting I never miss is the player council meeting. You have a player council. And at the women's event, I was able to point out 3 women from the player council. We have space for more. And when I came in, if you've seen my writing, if you've heard my words, I say the same thing. Don't show up. you don't have a voice. No show, no voice. So if you think you can make a difference, if you want to make a difference, we are going to make changes. We are going to continue to make radical changes. I told the coaches about some of the changes we're going to make. You too can influence that, because the people that we listen to the most are you, the players. So if you want to be a part of the IFCPF, if you want to work with us, step forward, join the Player Council, have a voice, spend your time with us. We meet once a month. We do things. We have agendas. The Player Council works hard for all of you. Matt Crossan has worked hard for you. I need more of you to work hard for that as well. So please, that's my pitch to you. Show up and have a voice, because it matters. So thank you to all of you that do show up at the meetings. Thank you to the coaches. But again, step forward. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to spend some more time with you. Last but not least, before we get on, as I said to you, millions plus following us, millions or visiting us. It's also down to you, the players, and you, the coaches, to make sure that you also follow us as well. So make sure you visit us on social media. Make sure you do all those things and make this great. But anyway, tonight was about the game, and we are going to move on, and we are going to invite up. Who are we going to invite up, Ollie?
Let's go from 3 to 1. So third place in this IFCPF Men's European Championships. Got the win they needed earlier today. Second time in a row in major tournament competition. They are third. The Netherlands. Led by Jeroen Skyter, Joachim Kintz, Kevin Janssen, Damien Schellekens, Thieu van der Wiel, Michiel Farsen, Bruno Hook, Malik de la Cruz, Victoria, Harm Panneman, Sem van Helden, Thies Graas, Jeroen Saat, Lorenzo Kalkerven, Vessel Dordan, the playing squad for the Netherlands. I'm not going to run through the coaches, I've got too big-headed. No, they won't.
Do we have enough? Short guys, but I promise you we will get them for you. Thanks so much. Oh, we're going to be one short. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, we are one shy, but that's okay. We will make sure we've got our metalwork guys. We need one more on this one, and we're going to make sure they do. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Team Netherlands. Ollie, what do we got? What do you got for us next?
Right. So the runners-up. I know there's a lot of England fans in the crowd. Give them a hand. Runners-up in this European Championships, it's England. The playing squad: Matt Crossan, David Porcher, Harry Baker, Giles Moore, Mason Dunbar, Jaden Kenyon, Aaron Lucas, Liam Irons, James Blackwell, Regan McMillan, Kaelan Beckford, Matthew Robinson, Corey Komorowski, and Sam Dewhurst. Thank you.
promise you we will get you one. I promise you.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, we're one shy of the end. What does that leave us, Ollie?
Well, these guys know what's coming. The winners of the 2025 IFCPF Men's European Championships, again, are Ukraine. And their playing squad as they make their way up. Vitaly Trushev, Yaroslav Chernich, Boran Dembik, Ivan Donenko, Dmitro Kravets, they're making their way forward. Artem Krasilnikov, Edhar Karamanian, Anatoly Radovinchik, Artem Hurinov, Stanislav Podolsky, Anton Balakai, Artem Sheremet, and Boran Kulinic.
Remember not to hold.
Yeah.
Because don't cover them.
And now, receiving the medal, Ukraine captain Vitaly Romanchuk. Jan Herneves with the trophy. Our 2025 Men's European Champions have the trophy. Our 2025 Men's European Championship champions are Ukraine!
And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for coming. Congratulations to all the teams, but congratulations to Ukraine for winning. We hope to see you at our next event, and thank you so much to you all. Ollie, take us out.
Thank you again to everybody who's been involved. I'll sign off for one final time. Thank you to the players, to the coaches, to the fans, to the media team, to the people I've called colleagues day in, day out. From Oliver Walker-Peel at Loughborough University, thank you again for your company. Take care, stay safe. Thank you again from the IFCPF, and goodbye for now.